John, I just seen a DVD you made, right? You and that other fella, Johnny the Bronx. A Doss, as I call him. The fella that smacked out his... I'm going to call him a smackhead, because that's all he is, isn't he? A smackhead, right? That fella was over his head for about 2 o'clock that day. He's only a Dosser. I call that fella a Dosser. Besides that fella, me and you was drinking all day that day. The best of chatting with the boys, having a bit of crack. No attention of any carrying on. I'm going to say one thing. Did I maybe kill, stone, paralysed, dead? Mrs. Paddy's name wasn't mentioned once on us the whole day that day. You never mentioned it, I never mentioned it. Right, later on the night, about an hour before you struck me, you cowardly cunt ya. An hour before you did that, right, you asked me did I want a line of cocaine. You're going to liven yourself up. Well, I said the line of cocaine must have gone to your head and given you a bit of courage and automatically hit me because you couldn't do it before that. You would have been a better man, if you had try and do it before that. But you know the reason why? You knew you wouldn't have been able. Now, another thing, when you did strick me, fair play, you did strick me. A little small little cut, 2 or 3 stitches. That's nothing. I call that nothing. Right. And Johnny the Bronx, you struck me as well. That's the reason why Al Michael's going to not fight you, beat you with your own people's making a laugh at you the whole day because you're going around coked out your head, load of cocaine up your nose, acting a Doss around the place, making a show of yourself basically. And your own people are saying that about you. Now, another thing, fucking getting back to you, John, right? You said that I was talking about Mrs. Paddy the whole night. I was talking to John Collins' author yesterday. I went down to John Collins' author's house yesterday. And I turned around and said to him, said, listen to me, said, so I was following along the night before, said I want to fight John. So I want to fight John on June the 29th. That'll give me enough time to get trained up to beat you like an ass, because I'm beating you. I know I'm beating you. You can reply all the way you want to. You can do this, do that, do whatever you want, because I'm beating you. Anyway, I was down with Arthur, told Arthur, yes, that's no problem, I'll give him that message. I simply turned around and said to Arthur, said, Arthur, will you do me one favour? What was the very words John said to you I said? John turned around and said to me, Martin, he says, that you turned around and said to him that you bet Mrs. Paddy 10 years ago, but you wouldn't bet him now. That's a barefaced lie. And to make it better again, John, you know it. You hot me a cowley thump, and you know it's a cowley thump. You hot me a cowley thump, and that was the only way you could say it, is get yourself out of it, that I was talking about Mrs. Paddy all night. That's a barefaced lie. No talk was brought up about Mrs. Paddy throughout the whole day. The whole day that day. I only heard about 20 minutes after it that was the reason why he was meant to hit me. But I know that's the reason why. You wanted that. You got a bit of cocaine strung up your nose because you asked me about a half an hour, maybe an hour before that, did I want cocaine, right? You asked me, yeah, you got a load of cocaine up your nose, then you went and you did what you had to do. But fair play to you, as I said to you, so did a couple of thumps. I was stretched out. And where were you when I got back up? You were out through the 2 front doors. You and your smackhead of a mate of yours. Your brother-in-law, I don't know what he is to you. John Bronx. John Bronx. Now, another thing. As I turned around and said, I'm fighting you, John, on the 29th of June. Not the 1st or 3rd or 26th. I'm going home the next few days. And I'm getting stuck into my training for the whole 12 weeks, 13 weeks. And I'll be back over here in Manchester on the 29th of June to beat you. Not to fight you, beat you. And to make it better again. And the good thing about it, all Michael's beating you, John. Because John, you're I need you all together. Now, as I said, lads, I'll see you, John. You can make all the DVDs you want back. I'm making them more. I'll see you on the 29th of June. You and your mate, Johnny Bronx, as you call him, right? Now, I'm arguing with no more choices. The reason why I'm sinning for you, John, is what you did to me, a cowardly thump. You would have been a better man if you did it during the night. Or we were even arguing. The killing part of it, we weren't even arguing. That's the killing part of it. Me and you wasn't even arguing. But you had me 2 cowardly thumps, 3 cow, whatever. But of course, I had to take cocaine to do it. But anyway, I'll see you on the 29th of June. As I said, I'm going back to Ireland. I'll be over here in the next couple of days, or back, going home the next few days, back over the 29th of June, and me and all Michael is fighting. I'm beating you, John, and Michael is beating that fucking dust of an Egypt, Johnny Bronx. And whatever happens, as I said to you, I was meant to mention, your Timmy was saying that I ring back Ireland, saying that I was meant to be ringing back Ireland, telling a lot of stories and this and that and the other. I rang no one. I got phone calls the next morning that John was meant to said barefaced lies. Do you know when people turned around and said, was John talking about Mrs. Paddy? Said barefaced lies. He never mentioned John never mentioned Mrs. Paddy the whole night. Neither I or he did. So none of us did. But obviously his backup story after that, so he still mentioned his name after his excuse was that I was talking about Mrs. Paddy all night, which was barefaced lies. Getting back to you, as I said, and another thing I was meant to say, that you were telling me that I was meant to say that Mrs. Paddy you bet Mrs. Paddy 10 years ago, but you wouldn't bet her now. I don't know if you would or not, but I tell you, 100% fact. And you know, that's the killing part of it. You know I didn't mention that. I'll see you know, John, on the 29th of June. Good luck, bye.